Okay, welcome to How to Handyma'am, the podcast where we have crushes on brushes.
Yeah, we do.
Ooh la la. In this episode, we chat about some strong opinions on food and food we don't want people to take the very last
better
of.
not.
Disappearing purple beans. And Arly teaches us quite a bit about brushes and what brush to pick. I'm Emily.
I'm Samantha.
I'm Arly.
And this is How to Handyma'am.
Yeah.
We started our business 5 years ago with a bit of delusional confidence.
A lot of
but
delusional
since
confidence.
then, we've learned everything the hardest possible way. And now, you don't have to, because we're here. So, in this episode, I'm dedicating it to my twin, Hannah, who is one of the coolest humans I know. She is an engineer who is in a male-dominated field, and she proves every day why women belong in rooms they are not always welcome in.
I will make an addendum that she proves that women can be remarkably supportive of other women.
Yeah, she fosters environments that people want to be in, and we just love her, obviously. We were the same human at one point, so I like her a lot.
Yes.
Let's get into the episode.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Chitchat, chitchat, chitchat. Before we get to personal introductions.
I had something, and I can't remember it.
We're not doing personal introductions, remember?
Fine.
We're doing it at the end. You just want
whiteboard
to
is
talk
wrong.
about yourself so much. Just
I
kidding.
do. I want to be like, listen, let me share with you the wisdom of my age.
I'm Samantha Pearl. I have a master's degree.
Am I super special?
No, we're going to give her a complex because already about her birthday party, she's like, why would people want to celebrate me?
I didn't say it like that.
That's how I heard it.
Well,
Because, I don't want to see anybody. I just want to eat ice cream by myself.
no, that's you.
I know. Before this, when I was, heating up my ravioli, I was literally eating ice cream, out of the container. And I was like, I wish I could bring this whole thing over here.
You could. You could. We get a couple extra spoons.
I wasn't going to share. Sorry.
I'm trying to
That's
think.
all right. Oh.
Think.
All right, I have a good question for you.
Uh-huh.
What is a food item that you love so much you really try hard not to share it?
I don't know. I'm actually quite willing to share all of my food.
What if it's the last two?
I don't know. I still, I leave, the last ice cream bar for Lucas and stuff.
You're a good human.
Yeah, you're a good person.
I'm not trying to, I feel guilty otherwise.
I won't tell Jace if the ice cream's almost gone. If it's the kind of ice cream that he likes, because he really likes the mint chip ice cream, so do I. But if it's almost gone, I try not to say anything about it because he will eat all of it.
If I have 4 boxes of Girl Scout cookie Samoas, I will put them out on the counter, and anybody's welcome to eat them. When I open the last box of the Girl Scout cookie Samoas, I hide them.
Yeah,
I can only get them once a year.
I mean, it makes sense. I'm not
Keyboy
judging.
makes them now, and then so the coconut drupes.
no.
I think they taste the same.
Nope, sorry.
They're a little different.
I guess one
They're
thing
made with milk chocolate instead of dark chocolate.
that's a crime.
I know.
I tried a new recipe, and it's so I get a veggie box weekly, and there's stuff I've never heard of that you've never heard of because I read you the veggie box list, and I was like,
what
I
is
had to
that?
look up what this is. But I got purple sweet potatoes 2 weeks in a row, and I was like, I bet you can make. I like pumpkin bread, and so I was like, I bet you can make sweet potato bread and just, season it like that. And I looked it up. Apparently, Southern people really like sweet potato bread. So I made purple sweet potato bread. And I put, a cream
Constantly
cheese.
astonished by what you do.
I put, a cream cheese ribbon in the middle. I should have, folded it in better because it was just kind of, a clump of cream cheese in each thing. And then candied pecans. So good. I don't think we need sweet potato casserole this Thanksgiving. I think I just need to make that. But
And it's purple?
it's purple. It's
want
a little grayish once it's baked.
Yeah,
Does it look
But
like
it's still
a
pretty
brain
purple.
loaf?
But you put buttermilk in it, and so I know this word. I think Lucas said it's anthocyanins, Lucas, my
Oh.
husband, who's a plant scientist, always like, it's very cool, but I'm not sciencey, so sometimes it's overwhelming. But every time I get veggies in the veggie box, he's like, oh, this one's this color because of this, and this one's this color because of this. But the anthocyanin that makes it purple and makes purple green beans and other things, once it's introduced to acid or heat, it starts to degrade the thing. But I put buttermilk in the bread, which is high acid, so it started turning it blue.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I love this
I
thing.
did not know this thing about purple green beans, which aren't green beans. They're purple beans, I guess. But I did not know this, so I'm like, we were picking for, one of our customers actually asked us to pick her garden while she was gone for a couple weeks
And
this
then
summer.
she donated it to the food
Oh,
pantry my
she's
dad runs.
phenomenal.
Darylyn, we
Yeah.
like you. We love you.
So I picked these purple beans, and I love green beans, so I'm like, I'm gonna cook these up. So I put these purple beans in the pan. I took a picture. I'm like, these are so cute. And then I went to check on something, and I came back and lifted the lid, and I'm like, what the hell? They're green. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
I was like, what has happened to my purple beans? It's very shocking if you don't know ahead of time that that's what's coming.
You guys know this, but the listeners don't know this about me. I love cooking. Like, I like hosting. I love people. And the Veggie Box has been a cool opportunity. Shout out to the Allen Neighborhood Center in Lansing. They have just great programs, bring a lot of produce to the area because I live in, like, an urban region, I guess. But, so I've been introduced to a lot of stuff, and I like playing with cooking and trying new things and stuff, so I've had a lot of fun this summer, but I love cooking, and I'll say this so I start posting on it again. I do have a cooking Instagram
I feel like you
called
should go.
Raced Eats, and
It's cool.
yeah.
You should go on
should make
Chat. Because you are the kind of
Oh.
person that could be like, here's an avocado and a banana stem and some baking soda. Make a 2-course meal. And you'd be like, you know what? I got this.
Okay, I would turn a banana stem.
Just the stem.
Sashma would be like,
I would grind it and hide it in something. I don't know. I don't think banana stems are edible. They're basically wood pulp.
I was just making a point that you can
You
pretty
can
much
eat banana
take
peels, and so
You
I
can?
would. Yes, so I love
Why?
guac with something like pickled in it. So I'd probably like really finely cut up the banana peel and do a quick pickling on it, and then I would
What is happening?
mix
I
it
don't
in with the avocado, and then I'd use the baking soda to make like a quick flatbread or something.
I do not know how I birthed this human. Her dad and I, Jim, St. Jim, have like 8 meals on rotate. That's pretty much it. And neither one of us is like great at cooking or likes to cook.
yeah.
Dad is great at pancakes. That man
He does.
can do
Makes
some
a
good
mean
pancakes.
pancake. Ones
But-
with chocolate chips in them.
Here's why I'm this way. Because I'm extremely susceptible to bullying. And my cousin Michael,
Oh, Michael.
who is like a phenomenal chef, but he's always
Like chef with a capital C. Like he
yeah,
does it for a
actually,
living.
like his food is so good. One time when I lived with his mom for like 3 weeks while my lease was like in between, he spent like 3 hours making a quesadilla. But I didn't stay up for the end of it. But I bet it was the best quesadilla anyone's ever had in their life. But yeah, he makes great food. But when Hannah and I like used to only eat cheese pizza, like very limited palettes. He would always be like, "Why?" Like bully us and be like,
Like,
"Try
eat
something
something
on
better."
it." And I'm susceptible to bullying, so I was like, "Fine, I'll start trying stuff." And then I was like, "Oh, it tastes good."
No,
So-
and me, they say that, and I'm like, yep.
Yeah, I have the palate of a toddler.
I say I'm adventurous in many ways. I'm not adventurous with food.
I have some limits
Me
though. Like
neither.
if
Well,
I think
Hannah ate octopus when she was in Japan.
Well, that's
Hannah
'cause-
is Emily's twin sister and my daughter
Yeah.
also. And yeah, they eat different things in Japan, things that are like normal to us.
Mhm.
They have their own things that are normal
Yeah.
to them. And Hannah was, she was determined to be polite and to be a good guest and try things. I do not have that need. I won't be a jerk
It's
about it,
cultural
but
there, though.
I will push things around if I don't want to eat them. I don't know. It's a thing. I can't.
Well,
I
it's like
could
how
help
you
it,
like
but-
strawberry smoothies, but not strawberry milkshakes.
Yeah, yeah.
What a weirdo.
It's true.
You know,
own it.
one of our crew members, Kaylee, made fun of me the other day because... Actually, I don't even think I can tell the story. Let's get into
Okay,
it.
we can talk about how I gave you an emergency banana yesterday and you left it in the truck.
Yeah, well, you know what? I removed everything else from your car. You should have seen that thing before.
You were supposed to eat that. You're
I
probably
know.
missing nutrients. You're malnourished. You're hungry.
dying.
Says you?
Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda.
Yesterday she was like, I have a migraine. I was like, have you had any protein? Have you had any water? Have you had anything? And she's like, no.
Entirely
Yeah, and lately
irrational.
she's been like, you need to stop waiting so long to eat lunch, or you need to stop
Just
getting to
because
eat
it's
lunch.
hypocritical doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah, but then you're like, I haven't eaten anything in 72 hours, but I have had 7 Mountain Dews.
That's
Actually, it's more like 15 Mountain Dews in 72
It's not that
hours.
many.
She only has a few a day, otherwise she gets like anxiety rage monstery.
Yes,
Like she
flashback.
is literally probably the nicest human I know, unless she's had too much caffeine and then I'm like tippy toes around her. Like at work,
Aw.
she'll be sitting in front of a whiteboard and I'm like,
That's just me having an existential crisis. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
If any of you out there know like a phenomenal way, like a scheduling system, I would.
that involves 10 people, multiple jobs.
Yes.
And moving them around like every
Constantly.
couple of
Everything.
hours.
Yeah. Please let me know.
She uses
I have
whiteboards
not
right now.
Quite
but-
figured that out.
I mean, the whiteboards work great, but then it's hard, like,
if
the
you're
transfer.
not in the
yeah.
office,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's hard.
We
So,
have thought about getting a wildlife camera.
yes, just to
Yeah.
shine. But then the lights are always off. And even if we leave them on, conscientious people in our building turn them off.
We get
Yeah.
the night mode.
Oh my gosh,
I don't
it'd be
know if
so
you could
creepy.
see the writing on the
I don't
night
think
mode,
you'd be
though.
able to. What if we get
Okay.
glow-in-the-dark markers?
Oh, okay.
All right, so last week you
Yes.
talked to us about different kinds of paint sheens and what they're made of, oil or water. But we really want to know, like, how do you apply it?
We're going to
For homeowners,
brush around and roll around and find out.
We are brushing. We're talking about brushes today, friends, if you haven't
Okay,
gotten the idea.
I have one last interruption. I know this song is in my head. Brusha, brusha, brusha. What is that from?
it's a toothbrush song in a children's cartoon. I think
Okay.
it's in Bear in the Big Blue House.
So I'm not going crazy. Like, that's a
I mean,
thing.
yes,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
not because of that. Yeah.
Okay.
It is the something references it in something that we've watched. Is it?
It might be in a rom-com or something. That seems like on brand for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay. Anyway,
we're here to learn about brushes,
we're
not
here to
about
learn about brushes.
kid shows.
So
And Arly loves her some good brushes.
I can
Arly
get.
has crushes on brushes.
I got some crushes on some brushes. I also love singing, apparently, about
It's a
inanimate
musical
things.
podcast now.
So I love doing research on just about anything. And I got 5 pages of brush information, and I whittled it down to a note card and a half. So if you have
So
any...
she gets applause for that.
You know,
Yes.
thank you.
We'll have to do a future just like brush school for brush junkies.
Yes.
Where you get to tell
If
all
you're-
your stuff.
Maybe that'll be
Addicted.
behind a paywall because Arly's knowledge is worth money.
She's got a lot of
My
knowledge.
knowledge is
All right,
power.
tell us
Okay,
about this research.
So there's 2 different kinds of brushes. Do you want to guess
I know.
what the kinds are?
Natural and synthetic.
Perfect. You're an angel. Yes, so natural are made out of, can you guess?
Some animal's hair.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into it. It's really depressing.
As long as you tell me that they shave the animal and not kill the animal to get the hair.
I don't know.
Why
But
would they have to kill it?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't know
Why? We're
those
gonna call
things, and
PETA.
those things are not important for our purposes. Okay?
Okay, back on track.
So,
Arly,
basically,
you're distracting us.
oh my gosh. My goodness. The most important things about these is natural are meant for oil-based, and synthetic are meant primarily for water-based paints.
Okay.
And there's a couple reasons why this distinction is important, and basically the natural ones have a specific structure. When they get exposed to water, just like our hair, they get like soft. They lose their structure. So if you get a natural fiber brush and you put it in water-based paint, it loses all of its shape. So you can't really use it very well.
Oh, that's why.
And then most synthetic brushes you don't use with oil-based paints because they just don't perform very well in the oil-based paint and in the solvent to remove the oil from your brush.
If you kind of think about, like, synthetic being plastic, think about if you, like, have a plastic plate and you put olive oil on it. Like, it's not sticking.
Yeah. There's some synthetic brushes that are specifically made to withstand using oil-based paints with. Like, Worcester Chinex has a really good brush that's for, like, all different paints. And it is made out of, I think it's, like, Duran Chinex filament or something like that.
Oh, like some patented
Yeah, it's
product.
like a modified filament that is made to withstand the chemicals that that you need for the solvents or whatever.
Yeah.
And then oil-based paints, again, they just, what am I saying? Oil, no. My gosh, my brain is not working. I'm so sorry.
Oil-based paints have solvents. Like, the solvents you use.
Yes. No, I mean, what I'm saying is the natural fiber brushes aren't good because they swell and they lose their structure in water-based paints, but they also, like, get dried out. So the natural, like, oils in the brush will kind of get dried out over time if you use them with water-based paints because, like, acrylic has, like, kind of a high pH. So the, what is it called, basicity or something of it is, like, the basicness. The basicness of the acrylic paint just, like, totally ruins, like, the purpose of a natural fiber brush. So it's important just to use the brush for its intended purpose.
Natural fiber more expensive than synthetic?
I think it depends. Some are. It's more common to find cheaper brushes in synthetic.
Okay.
But if you're talking about, like, a certain tier, I think they're kind of equal. So, like, if you're going for, like, a $15 synthetic brush, a $15 natural fiber brush, they're going to be about the same. But, like, you can't find a lot of natural brushes that are, like, $1. Like, you can find synthetic brushes that are cheap.
Well, because a creature literally has to grow
the hair.
Yes. Yeah. Has to grow the hair. And they have, like, this whole, like, shaping process and stuff like that. I don't know. There's videos online of how they make, like, natural, like, makeup brushes and, like, all this stuff.
Is it kind of like how we, like, curl our hair and stuff? Like, they apply heat and...
No, they, like, get this... They basically, like, flatten all of the hairs down. And then they take, like, a chunk of it. And they wrap it at the base.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they, like, tap it down and they shave it into the shape.
Oh, I've seen those videos.
Yeah, and then they get, like, the glue around it. And then they put it in and then they, like, brush it out. A lot of them are, like, handmade.
One time we should make our own brushes just to see.
We can make it out of our own hair.
Let's see whose hair is best for brushing on paint.
Yes, we'll do a competition.
I think mine will just disintegrate.
Okay, so those are important things to know when you're picking out a paintbrush. And the other one important thing to know when you're picking out a paintbrush is there's, like, different types of stiffness that is shown on paintbrush packaging when you're buying one.
Kind of like toothbrushes?
Yeah.
Like toothbrushes.
Yeah. So basically there's very soft or, like, low stiff or what
I think
stiffness
they call them
or whatever.
soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are for, like, slow drying things. Then there's medium stiffness, which is most common, which is for basically everything. And then there's, like, a higher
Extra stiff, I think, is
yeah,
what Purdy
firm,
has extra stiff.
Yeah, firm and extra stiff. And those are for, like, thicker paints. And those are mostly, like, the two extremes are for very specific things. What you're going to want to look for is something that says, like, medium firm.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, mid-stiff or whatever. And that just gives you, like, a lot more... It gives you the control of, like, a stiffer brush,
Yeah.
but it gives you like the flexibility of a softer brush, and you can use it on trim, you can use it in cutting in walls, all sorts of things. And if you're doing a very specific job and you need a very specific paintbrush, then you can look into doing a softer or a more firm brush. But basically, you really just need a medium stiff brush. And then we like to use those angled brushes.
Yeah,
the
always.
shapes of them.
Where the top of the brush is angled.
Yeah. There's also wedge ones, which is like if you're looking from the side, like the skinny side of the profile of your paintbrush, it's beveled that way.
Okay.
And the other one, the angled, is if you're looking at it like face
on.
forward.
What would the bevel be for?
Yeah, what is that for? I've never used a beveled brush.
I have a zebra beveled brush, and I use it basically the same way as the angled one. But
Do you just hold it differently to get the angle a different direction?
No.
No.
I use it the same.
We'll do a video kind of showing how they operate. That'll be easier for everybody to see. Yeah.
It doesn't quite fit into corners the same way that an angled brush does, but the reason I like that one is just because it holds quite a lot of paint.
Oh, so you don't have
that's
to
nice.
dip
Yeah.
as
Especially
often.
if you're on ladders.
yeah.
It sucks having to dip.
Yes. I did, for you guys out there, I did a test with multiple different types of brushes, because we had like this whole brush fiasco of which one was the best one. And so I went out and I bought like 5 or 6 different paintbrushes, and I tested them all, and I tested like how long it took to get the paint out of them, how long with like one dip, how far they could go before you needed to dip them again.
She kept track of inches, guys.
She did.
She was like, this one drags 36 inches. This one goes 18.
Yeah, and the zebra wedge one, it outperformed all of them it was like over 80 inches of how far you could go.
Dang.
And the Chinex, which was fantastic for cutting in probably the straightest, most even line you could ever do, but you can only get like 18 inches out of it because it's so like firm and thin that it doesn't really hold like a lot of like a quantity
Doesn't
of
have
paint.
like a reservoir of paint inside.
Yeah, it doesn't. So it's great for like if you have like really precise like a corner or something, but it's not great for like long runs unless you want to take 17 years to do something, which is not my business. Anyway, the most important thing about brushes, and this is our final brush topic, is clean out your brush.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Clean out your brush. This is so important it's so important. Just do it. Please, I beg of you. If you have like a $1 brush and
just chuck it.
just throw it away unless you want to do it. But if it's a cheap brush, I'd throw it away, like those foam brushes or the ones that are like really coarse and like not even across.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I hate those. Or like the ones that have like the brushes come out.
Oh yeah, the bristles like shed.
Yeah.
I would throw those away. But if you're getting a brush that's over $6,
Yeah. You don't want to be
I guess even less than that.
buying brushes
I would
repeatedly. Or
I
sending
would
them to the
definitely-
landfill unnecessarily.
Yeah. I would get a nicer brush. I think the zebra brush that I really liked was like $11 for one, which is kind of expensive. You can get packs online of. So if you're painting a whole room and you need like one type of brush, you can go to the store and get one brush or order them online. If you're doing a couple different rooms and you have a couple different things that you want to do, like small corners and then also baseboards and also cutting in walls, like maybe get a 3-pack of like different sizes or something of a good, brand. But if you're going to pay, for a brush and you're not just getting them from somebody else, I mean, even if you are, but if you have a quality brush, you're going to want to rinse and wash them out.
You want to save your brush.
They are ruined so easily. Because if we remember from last episode, water-based paints dries in as little as 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
You could go set it down to go eat lunch
yeah.
and come back and your brush is ruined.
Yeah, got crusties on it and stuff. And it doesn't really come back the same way, even if you get
No.
that stuff out. You can try, especially if the paint hasn't dried all the way through to the center of your brush. Like if it's just crusties on the outside,
Yeah.
you can kind of get it out with like a wire brush
It's
or
a
a
very
toothbrush.
easy, very non-technical solution. If you have to step away from your brush, wrap it in saran wrap.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have to do.
Or a
is
grocery bag or garbage
any
bag,
kind of plastic.
any plastic.
Yeah.
Just make sure air doesn't have access to it, and you come back, it'll be just like when you left it.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's really
And-
no need to wreck a brush.
Yeah, yeah. And this works primarily for water-based.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
Is wrapping it up and then going back at a separate time or right after, whenever you get a chance to wash out your brush. Basically, all you do is you turn on the water. You get it like, warm-ish, warm
Yeah.
adjacent. You can use cold water if you have to. It's not super pleasant if you're doing it with your hands.
Yeah,
because
it's not. It's
cold.
not fun for the
But
person washing brushes.
I
Yeah.
understand that sometimes you're in a place where you don't, like, maybe you don't have, like, access to, like, heated water.
Ask how we know.
Yeah. But you just kind of, what I do is I take the brush in the palm of my hand and with the water running on it, and I kind of, like, swirl it around like I'm mixing something. And then after a minute, when, like, a good chunk of, like, the most concentrated amount of paint has come out, I put a little bit of soap in my hand. You can use really any type of soap. Dish soap is probably, like,
I like dish soap the best.
yeah. But in a pinch, you can use kind of anything. And then you just kind of work it through the brushes. I kind of do, like, what is it? Magic eights? Infinities? Whatever they are. And then you just keep letting the water rinse through. And you keep the brush with the bristles down, facing downward. You can, like, kind of brush it back and forth on the bottom of the sink or whatever. And then once the water runs clear, you kind of, like, squeeze it out and get, like, the bulk of the water out. And then you lay it to dry. And you either lay it to dry on its side or upside down. What you don't want is to leave it with the bristles pointed upward, because then the water kind of sits in the same place that the glue does.
It's
and
not good for it.
Yeah. You can get, like, even mold can grow in there.
Yeah, because if you have like a wood one, it just starts.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seeps down and stuff. It's just not great. So just, like, leaving it on its side after you've gotten the bulk of the water out, and that's pretty
And one
good.
of the tricks that I learned from Jim is when you have your brush all rinsed out, you want to take the bristles as they dry are not going to go back into their normal shape.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to dry in whatever shape kind of like your hair. If you, like, wrap it around a curler and let it dry, it's going to be curly. It's the same with brushes. So if you, like, squeeze them out and it's kind of, like, out of shape because you squeezed it, that's how it's going to dry. And then it's not going to perform. Now you can wet it again and bring it back to life, but you may as well just, like, move the bristles in the way that you want them, back into its original position, and it will dry that way. But a way to get it to dry fast, especially if you need to, like, change colors or something, is to just wrap it in a paper towel, because this is, like, Jim's magic solution for wet shoes also. Whenever he comes in, his, like, shoes are wet, he stuffs his shoes with paper towel, because it will draw the water out of it faster than they'll just air dry, and it does the exact same thing for your paintbrush. So I will, like, roll mine up in a paper towel, and then I will gently fold the extra over, like, on the angled part of the brush, and then set it down, and then you go back and take it off, and it's, like, perfect and
Yeah, it
dry, and it's the right shape, and
It'll
it's great.
be dry, like, the next day.
Yeah, real
yeah,
dry.
but usually like overnight and
Yeah.
stuff. When we didn't, right now we're very blessed. We have a lot of paintbrushes in the shop, but when it was just the two of us in the business, we had like a limited number.
We did, and we were like,
Gotta
we did a
clean 'em.
lot of painting
Yeah.
in the beginning, so yeah, we wanted to make sure the brushes were ready.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a brush and you don't plan ahead, you're gonna have to buy it wherever you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that might be somewhere your brush is $15. So
Yeah. I'd look, if you're planning, painting isn't really something that I would recommend doing spur of the moment, because there's a lot of factors that go into it. And even though it's a really affordable DIY, it is expensive. Paint is
yeah.
expensive. Paintbrushes are expensive. Rollers, all of the supplies that you need are quite, like, not, like, $10 isn't all that much money, but, like, for a paintbrush, that's kind of a lot of money. And then, maybe you need two. And then you need, everything on top of each other is a lot of money.
So I heard that the next time we do our painting episode, I know you're already planning it, but it may not be next week. I'm not sure. We're doing Painting 101 last week and Painting 102 this week, so we'll see what next week is. It'll be a surprise.
A surprise.
But you're going to tell us about how to prep the walls and how my biggest thing with painting is how to cut in freehand instead of taping everything, which is laborious and does not work.
Nope.
So it's a double whammy. So I will look forward to that. But if you dig what we're doing and you want to help us bring education to women, then Emily will tell you how to find us.
You can find us 2 places. At How to Handyma'am if you would like to become your own Handyma'am, and at My Handyma'am if you would like to see what we're up to and what we do for clients. So
we have galleries on our website, so if you want to see like lots of fun before and afters.
myhandyma'am.com, and that is ma'am. Despite
A-A-M.
how much Google every time I type it in is like, handyman? No, Google, Handyma'am.
It's like those TikToks with Google's a person.
Yeah,
and they're like,
Google, no.
cute dogs, golden dogs, fun dogs. And it's like, handyman. And he's like, handyman? No, handyma'am, handyman, handyma'am. Anyway, you can find us.
Yes.
And thanks for listening.
Yes.
Yeah, we love you.
Follow along and help us. Da, 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 da. Bye.
Bye.